Small World Vacations is proud to sponsor today's podcast. Their team of 40 agents are authorized Disney vacation planners and are recommended by MouseSavers.com. They're dedicated to your dreams and your dollars. Get your free price quote at WDWVacations.com. Small World Vacations, where the magic begins. This is Walt Disney World Today. Give us 5 minutes and we'll give you the world.
It's Monday, July 23rd, 2007, and this is episode 286 of Walt Disney World Today. I'm your host, Matt Hartsburg of MGMstudios.org. On the show today is my chat buddy, Mike Newell of Mouse World Radio. Welcome, Mike.
What's up, yo?
And also on the show is Len Testa, co-author of The Unofficial Guide to Walt Disney World. Welcome, Len.
How's it going, Matt?
Outstanding. And also on the show is Mike Scopa of MousePlanet.com and All Ears Net. Welcome, Mike.
Stand by your guns, mates.
Stand by your gun. I'm going to go with pirate.
Stand by your
guns. Not a lot of people know this, but that was actually the original version of the Tammy Wynette song. Because, you know, she's from West Virginia and all.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if she's really from West Virginia.
All right,
I'm guessing.
We're the Crickets.
Shut up.
Well, on today's show, we've actually got Len's got some inside information he's going to be sharing with us. Len, why don't you explain to our listeners what's going on?
So one of our sources sent to us proposed changes for the dining plan for 2008. And as you all know, we don't ever prepare at all for this show. So I haven't told the guys ahead of time what any of these changes are. What we thought we would do for the show is I will read off the proposed change, and crossfire-like, we will get everyone's opinion on the proposed changes, good or bad.
I think we should start with Mike Newell first. He'll give his opinion.
It's the Mike Newell Show.
The Mike Newell Show.
Are you done?
Gotta harmonize better, Len. We gotta practice more.
All right, ready?
All right, go ahead.
It's the
Great.
Mike Newell Show.
Anyway.
Good.
Next.
All right, ready?
Ready.
So the first proposed change is that there will be a deluxe dining plan. This will include breakfast, lunch, and dinner, plus 2 snacks per person per night. Certain locations will still require a 2 table service meal credit. And it doesn't say whether it's still up in the air whether the breakfast, lunch, and dinner will all be table service or whether it'll be a mix of table service and counter service credits. But
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. Other than the 2 snacks,
Also-
how does it make it deluxe?
you get I guess it's at the addition of the breakfast. You also get a refillable mug per person.
Let's see. Any
What is this?
price? Any price on
My
that?
God.
No price yet.
What do you think, Scopa?
What is this? It sounds like the Jabba the Hutt option. I have a tough enough time using up all my
Jabba
credits.
the Hutt. Oh,
God.
that was great.
It was a delayed reaction there, Len. You know, I mean,
Yeah, a little
I
slow.
mean, so it's, let me make sure I understand this, Len. We're talking 3 table service, 2 quick service, and a
Snacks.
snack per day.
It's a breakfast, a lunch, a dinner, and 2 snacks plus the refill.
Okay. 2 dollars a day. I guess I can handle that.
Yeah, were there people that were saying,
it's
you know
a-
what this
it's-
meal plan needs? More food.
Exactly. Yeah, that's really
Yeah.
not what we. But
Oh man.
I guess though people. The one thing that we hear from unofficial guide readers is that everyone likes the fact that everything's paid for, and they know exactly how much they're going to spend on all of their meals.
Yep.
So, but typically, under the current dining plan, there's always 1 snack and 1 meal that they have to schedule and budget and plan for. This would eliminate that. So I could definitely see why Disney would want that. I'm sure they're getting that kind of feedback from people too. The refillable mug seems like a bit much because you're drinking at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you've got 2 snacks, one of which could be liquid.
Here's what I'm thinking though. The current dining plan I think does need a breakfast option because most people use the table service for dinner, the counter service for lunch, and the snack option really you can't unless you're getting like a bagel that doesn't even allow you for a drink. I mean it's not good for breakfast. You know what I mean? Like there was never.
Just a lot of food. I mean, okay, so
I understand what you're saying. No, I agree with you. Like every time you sit down for a meal, like your counter service or your table service, it's a lot of food. But I do think that the current the dining plan needs a more of a breakfast option because really most people, I assume, using their snack option are paying out of pocket because I can't imagine how you could work in. I mean, obviously you can't use your snack for lunch or dinner. I mean, that would really be putting yourself in a rut.
Yeah, because God forbid you go 6 hours without eating in Walt Disney World. The deprivation.
That's right. It's like you have your fast pass. Yep, food. Oh, I forgot something.
Oh my God, what about the food? I mean, I don't think anyone ever forgets to eat in Walt Disney World. When was the last time you ever heard? We just got so busy we forgot to eat. I don't think I've ever actually heard that.
So, all right, what's the next item on your list, Len?
All right, the next item is in addition to the dining, either the regular dining or the deluxe dining plan called the Wine and Dine plan. It's one bottle of wine per night per room.
What?
You'll have to choose. I know you'll have to choose from a selection of wines from the plan, so you won't be able to pick, the Dom Perignon. Like I know, Hotsburg, that's how you roll.
Oh yeah.
The Veuve Clicquot or whatever the heck the other fancy champagne is. Anyway.
Yeah, that's what I drank.
Yeah, Courvoisier. Yeah, sure. So one bottle of night per night per room. That's actually a lot. I mean, for me, I drink like a 6-pack of beer a year, so a bottle of wine per night is quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, bottle. Yeah, I mean, I have an adult beverage probably once a day, but I mean, a whole
For
bottle
for breakfast.
right? It's the meal of champions.
I just take the edge off,
That's right. Started out right.
Exactly.
Woo! Spring break. Here I go.
Hold on 1 second. I'm 32. Hold on. Oh, funny. So that's
it's like they have that option on cruises. I do know you can get like something like that. Although you get that option of like, what'd you say, Len?
A bottle of wine per night.
No, I was about to say on the cruise you get like 5 bottles for the whole
Top
cruise.
Century and All-Star Resorts with a bottle of wine.
People walking along, humming like the pirates of
Actually, can you imagine any of the resorts with free wine? That would be hysterical. We'd be throwing stuff off the balconies at Beach Club and trying to climb the outside of Pop Century.
This is going to be a joke.
Oh, funny.
It's going to be a joke.
No, I don't think it is.
Is there an option for a 6-pack? Go ahead.
6-pack, yeah.
How about a 40?
That would be the beer in what? What rhymes with beer? It's food.
Beer.
Anyway, yeah, the Suds and Duds package.
Yeah,
Suds and Duds.
Can you get a change of 40 for it? It'd be nice.
So much for extra magic. All in one.
Really.
I'm too drunk.
Exactly. Yeah. That's their plan for reducing
That's
the
the whole
utilization
idea. Yeah.
Morning extra magic hours. Exactly. We're gonna get everyone hungover.
Go for it. Try
my
evening extra
head! I
magic
can't
hours.
go to the park. That's right. And they'll turn the music up really extra loud on all the rides in the morning. And aspirin will be $8 a bottle. Awesome. All right, a couple other changes. Tips will not be included on any dining plan. It's an automatic price increase then, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
15%. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's good because sometimes you do get. There are some people who think I've heard reports that since when a cast member sees they're on the dining plan, since they know that they're guaranteed to get a certain amount, then there's not that incentive to do a better job. But I haven't seen that.
Yeah, neither have I. But
I mean, truth be told, I mean, how much? I mean, I don't think a cast member who's serving me at a sit-down meal deserves more than someone who's serving me at a buffet because all you're doing is bringing me drinks. You know what I mean?
You do or do not?
No, I think someone who serves me at a sit-down meal deserves more than.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Deserves maybe 18% or 20% over 15%, say for the person who's serving me just drinks at a buffet. You know what I mean?
Actually, I think the standard at buffets is 10%.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going around. Get my money back.
Exactly.
Been overpaying.
I was here last year, and I tipped $3, and I need $1 back.
That's right.
Sounds like George Costanza.
Exactly. See, other changes. This is the last one that I have. Snacks look like they'd be maybe cut back to a medium or a 20-ounce drink or water, popcorn, or ice cream novelty, and that's it. So no more free range on the food. Although I think that's going to be difficult because you've already given so many choices.
Do you hear that? That's the tightening of the screws. Disney trying to squeeze out as much more money as possible. And
yeah, sorry.
That's exactly what it is. I mean, nothing, I still say what they should do is take the $4, keep it that way, but allow guests to add on to it. They'd make so much money on it people taking their $4 and saying,
and then use it to
like something's like $4.50 or $5, $6, up to like maybe $8, let's say. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And if they do, but once again, Disney's. How much money can we get out of them? They'll pay that, sure.
Well, think about it. The not adding the tip is an automatic 15% increase on the cost of a table service.
Right.
Yeah. So the meal plan's going up by that, no matter what. And then this is the restrictions that are extras.
Yeah, it's not like they're going to take if they take out the tip, they're not going to also decrease the price of the dining plan by 15 or 18 or 20% or something like that. They'll keep it over there. We should also mention that all of these changes are still rumored. These aren't going into effect. Do not call, Soup Isatoro or be like, hey, how come, when am I to have to pay for this? Or, these are rumored changes. What's your overall observation, Scopa?
Well, I'm trying to figure out overall how Disney gains this, and what prompts them to make these changes. On the deluxe one that Len first mentioned, I just don't understand what's in it for them. I guess that's on the Jabba the Hutt option. What's in it for them?
For Disney?
Yeah.
It's okay. So instead of getting snacks from a supermarket or just getting something light from your, like a Pop-Tart or something or bringing snacks with you, you just eat the food there. It's definitely higher utilization of on-site stuff.
Yeah. Plus, let me add this to that. If you're eating more more table service meals, when you go to a table service meal, I bet you most people add on to that. Like if you get an alcoholic beverage, that's going to be above it. And if you're at a table service meal already, you're more likely to probably get, like, say, an alcoholic beverage or perhaps order an extra appetizer or something. You know what I mean? Because you're there. You're in the door. It's kind of like that, If you're there, you're more likely to. You know what I mean?
Maybe. I don't know.
It's something that just came to mind.
Just trying to figure out. Okay, so that now on the wine, I'm guessing that's per day, and you would order that bottle of wine at dinner or whatever, or lunch, or in some people's case
10 o'clock
breakfast.
in the morning, whatever. Okay, whatever you think.
Now that begs the question: are you limited to what kind of wine? I mean, you can get like there's a dollar limit.
Like there's other. They'll provide you a list. And on the list, you order from that, so you won't be able to pick just anything off of the.
So you get like Ripple,
You said Mad Dog, yeah, exactly.
Mike's hard lemonade,
Now, Len, you got this information from a source. If you had to give a percentage, is this very likely? Is this source pretty good?
Yeah, I think it's a 7 or 8 on the list of probabilities. Yeah.
Okay, so this is something that you. Is there any time frame they say this is coming out next fall or?
2008, so I would imagine it'd be announced sometime in the fall for booking starting on January 1st or whatever.
Interesting. Newell, any observations? Any thoughts on this? Any options here entice you? Say, ooh, maybe I will try the Jabba the Hutt option out or the booze option.
Jabba the Hutt option. I swear to God, we're going to call it that.
That's going to stick,
Yeah, I know.
Hey, as a DVC member, I'm not entitled to these things, aren't I?
I know they're working on that too. I hear.
So if you ask my opinion, I don't care.
Irrelevant to me.
Until they change it.
Next question.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Hey, watch your language. Potty mouth. That's like saying the M word, Mangello.
Well, that's it for us today. If you want to find our older episodes, read our show notes, or send us your comments, visit the Walt Disney World Today website at www.wdwtoday.com. For Len Testel, Mike Scopa, and Mike Newell, I'm Matt Hochberg. We'll see you on the next show.
Jabba.
Small World Vacations is proud to sponsor today's podcast. Their team of 40 agents are authorized Disney vacation planners and are recommended by MouseSavers.com. They're dedicated to your dreams and your dollars. Get your free price quote at WDWVacations.com. Small World Vacations, where the magic begins.